Hi, I'm Kayla,
Hi, I'm Padma.
and this is Chicks
Flicks.
and Other Unrealistic Representations.
So this is a podcast where we determine how realistic teen movies really are.
And we have 6 categories: family,
Friends,
relationships,
school,
personality.
and culture.
And today we are talking about the 2004 movie Mean Girls.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Mean Girls is about Cady Heron, who moved from Africa, being homeschooled her whole life. She's thrown into the American public school.
Yeah, in junior year of high school, which is like a crazy year.
So crazy. Yeah, and so she somehow joins the plastics in her evil plot, or Janice's idea to kind of spy on them and then make fun of them and then ruin Regina George's life.
Yes. So, I don't know. Everything with this movie is over-exaggerated. Yeah. Because if you look at its writers and, a lot of the people, especially, Tina Fey, if you look at the people, associated with it, even the producers, a lot of them came from, SNL, and that, really has to do with, parodies and, satires. It's, one big satire of, teenage life, essentially.
It's a really good satire.
Yes.
And, you can tell they're not trying to take anything too seriously.
Yeah.
And
it's
a good movie.
It is, yeah. And it's funny. It's really funny.
It's funny without being forced, and it's funny without, dumb teenage, lingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so family. So her parents are pretty, two-dimensional. They're just parents. I guess, her mom, towards the end, when, she was like, "Who are you?" I feel like that's a parent thing.
Yeah.
My mom says that to me all the time lately, because she's like, "Oh, you're really who are you?"
Yeah, and you can tell her parents, really trusted her.
Yeah, and then she, shattered that trust.
Yeah, because they really, almost, caged her in the homeschooling thing. And then the second she left that, she, completely changed.
Yeah.
And then her parents, they don't expect that change, when you're a teenager.
Yeah.
They're like, what? Why are you, acting weird, having your own opinion? What? How do we deal with that?
I know, right? I didn't know that you were a person. What?
Right? Yeah. I liked her dad is does grounding at the end of the movie.
I know, I thought she can go out when she's grounded. Yeah. Oh, and then obviously Regina George's mom was hilarious, and I guess she was just a comedic aspect. I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
I know, and you can
I mean, there are definitely parents like that.
Yeah,
obviously. Yeah,
and that's when Regina George. I think she gets spoiled, definitely from her mom, just giving her whatever. Didn't she say her room used to be the master bedroom?
Yeah,
and she kicked her parents out.
Yes, yeah, she
literally took over her parents' room.
Oh yeah. Her entire life she's been used to getting what she wants, and so and she's learned how to manipulate the people around her. So that transitions into Friends. So I want to talk about Regina George.
Of course.
Lot. Obviously, so apparently one of the things that they did to make her seem more intimidating, the actress Rachel McAdams was a lot older than most of the other her co-stars, and so it made her seem more present and intimidating, and that's one of the things they did. And yeah, that was interesting. But I honestly think Regina George is 100% a psychopath.
She is she's manipulative.
She's manipulative. She doesn't seem to actually feel any emotion for anybody. It's just the present, the front of emotion, and then every you kind of see it. Remember that scene with when she comments on that person's skirt, and then 5 seconds later she says this is the ugliest skirt I've ever seen, and it's the way that she said it. She sounded so sincere, and then she's terrifying, and she's really, really smart.
She is.
When she found out that the Cal Teen bars were a weight gaining thing,
I know.
Her immediate response, it was just
she had a plan set out and to set in motion. And it completely worked.
It worked. There
was
so well.
No flaw in that plan.
She knew everything about the dynamic of her school, and that's why she was able to control it so well.
Yeah.
Because she had ingrained her. She didn't have that much emotional attachment to whether or not people liked her. She just cared about running the school as the system with her at the top.
Yeah. And her little minions of Gretchen.
Exactly. And like, there's no reason for her to do that, really.
I know.
She just did it to manipulate people.
Right? Like, if she wanted people to like her, like, she knows exactly what to say and how to make them like her. But
instead, she
was like, no, I'm gonna rule them all.
Yeah. Although I don't know what happened at the end. Like, what made her change her opinion? Just getting hit by a bus?
I think...
That's what the movie kind of implies.
It kind of said, like, her rage. Maybe she took all of her rage and emotions into, like, manipulating people. And then by the end, she took it into sports.
Yeah. Although I don't think she would have recovered. If she gets hit by a bus, like, she's literally going to be paralyzed or dead.
I know.
She's not going to be able to, like, run sports in, like, a couple months.
Was it, like, a 30-mile-per-hour bus or, like, a 100-mile-per-hour?
It was so fast.
It was so fast.
I know. Like, that... And she definitely, like you said, she would have sued, like, the school district.
Yeah, and by the end of the movie, I thought she would have tried to, like, keep trying to target her revenge toward Cady.
Yeah.
But after she got hit by the bus, she was just, like,
it's like something
okay with it?
A screw, like, got knocked back in.
Maybe it hit her brain.
Yeah.
And then it altered her mental
chemistry,
state.
Yeah. And so now she's no longer a psycho. That's probably not a thing, but, like...
Maybe. Amnesia? I don't know. Who knows what happened to her brain when she got hit by a bus.
Yeah. She just seemed, as a general, more pleasant towards the end.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I don't know why.
And Gretchen, too, like, she so wants to be pleased. Like, she so wants to be liked by someone.
Yes.
And to please someone.
Yes.
Like,
she has such low self-esteem.
A very low self-esteem.
Yeah.
She'll do anything that Regina George tells her to do.
She's like one of those following personalities, like, to the max.
Mm-hmm.
It's and of course every character is over exaggerated. Every character like is like to the nines. Like so Regina George is obviously like she's the epitome of like the popular girl. Gretchen Wieners is the epitome of like that following and hive mentality. Yeah.
And her fashion sense.
Yeah, Janice is like, you know, the highest point of like, you know, I don't care, like, what people think, and, like, you know, that's, and so, like, the way that she dresses, the way that her hair is.
The way she just talks to people and just, like, isn't afraid of just saying what she means.
Exactly. Like, no high schooler is necessarily like that. She's just, like, the culmination of all of them. Everything is just an example. It's the prime example of, and
just
that's
like
what makes
Cady,
a satire.
Right? When she came into the school, she was epitome of, like, a blank slate. She knew nothing, like an innocent face.
Yes. Wait, that's personality.
Okay. And then, what's his name?
Damien.
The epitome of, like, very gay. Too gay to function.
Yeah, the gay. He is the gay kid trademark. Of course, it was 2004. So I guess, like, they were, like, saying, like, oh, you know, it's good to be gay, but, like, there's only, like, one gay kid in the school. I think I was, like, watching... Sometimes I just, like, look up, like, teen movies, like, stupid teen movies, and then I just start watching them. There was, like, one called GBF, and it was, like, the beginning... It's, like, the gay best friend. And so, like, at the beginning, I was like, to this day, there is not a single homosexual in this high school. And I stopped watching. I was like, this is the stupidest thing. What? Oh, my gosh. I love that. I love it.
Just assuming everyone's sexuality. And then
I know. That's a big thing with, like, gay culture and, like, integrating, like, homosexuality and, like, media. Like, it's more about the acceptance of gay people into the straight, like, agenda.
It's how to, like... how to portray them properly without over-exaggerating it. And then
like what movies tend to do, it's like, oh, you know, it's okay, like, we accept you, instead of, like, this is normal, you know? Like, you're, like, outside of the range of, like, normality, but we're gonna, like, let you in, instead of, like, this
we
can
are
be
accepting
normal.
You.
Exactly, this can be normal.
You should, like, say thank you to me for accepting you.
Yes, but, like, that's only because, like, we have these certain, like, standards for, like, what a relationship is.
Like, look at how open I am.
Exactly, instead of, like, this is normal. Yeah.
And then move on from it.
Exactly.
They don't do that.
I need to stop saying exactly. If I say it one more time, like, literally slap me.
I'll just punch you every time.
Yes. And, okay, even, like, the cliques are kind of acceptable. Yeah. Because, honestly, they're done for, like, comedy's sake. Like, the specificity of, like, each type of clique. Like, the African hotties, the black hotties, and, like, the sexually active band geeks. Like, that's just... It's just for comedic purposes, you know? They're not taking themselves too seriously. Yeah. If other high school movies did this, like, instead of saying, like, this is exactly how high school is, and, like, this is their reality or whatever, and they're like cliques are such a big problem. Like, no, like, this movie is just, like, you know, cliques are, like, a thing in high school, quote unquote.
And, like, they are.
Yeah.
Maybe not like that exclusive.
Yeah.
But there definitely are like the
that's
band
what
kids
friendship is, you know? That's what having a friend is.
You forget what friends are.
I know.
Only
like,
cliques exist to be friends.
Like, no, it's not like that. The way that the movie ended made a little bit more sense. Like, you know, you still have your friend groups, but like obviously there are some people who are friends.
They're a tiny bit more open, I feel like, towards the end.
Yeah. Although no one really says why. Is it just because of that big thing at the end?
It took 2 hours for them to all be accepted by each
I know.
All they had to do is work out some problems.
Yeah, I guess it was just their class that it happened.
Just the junior class.
Yeah, because like then they say like, oh look, junior plastics or whatever. So also that's interesting that like Regina George ruled the school and she was only a junior. You know.
Yeah. Well, like, where are the seniors?
I know.
Why is it specifically the junior girls came out when the bell rang? Yeah. And only them were like...
Yeah. I guess that's the only people that were written. Oh, yeah. True. They're the only ones like shown like, is it just a high school of juniors? Like, I guess so. Oh, yeah. And then like the entire concept of like the thing that Cady says, like girl world and like the plastic rules and stuff, like that's also very satirical.
It is.
Yeah. Although it does kind of speak a little bit to like the way that women are supposed to be seen and like
the way they're always trying to like bring each other. I think I'm just gonna say Tina Fey, I don't remember her name. She was like
Miss Norbury.
Yeah, she was like, you guys can't call each other sluts and whores, then it's okay for guys to call you sluts and whores. Which is,
it kind of makes sense.
It
like,
does.
You
can't constantly like be bringing each other down.
Exactly.
Within like as women, and then men are gonna be like, they're gonna do it too. Yeah, because you'll have torn each other's self-esteem down so much that you'll just accept like any form of treatment from men as well, because you think that it's okay. I know, and I like that it's like not full-on bullying at this school.
Yeah,
like no one's like the bully that picks on you. It's just kind of like side comments and like talking behind each other's backs and like
gossip is a big thing
and rumors.
In high school.
Yeah, it's not like full-on bullying.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's how that works at school. Honestly, like obviously, I feel like we are in like not a pretty drama-free friend group. You know? Like there's like the occasional thing, but overall,
it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but like in some friend groups, like drama is a big thing. Like I have a friend like who goes to a different school, and like she has so much drama over the summer. It's not like any particular person is being mean to each other, but it's just like, you know, so one rumor starts, one thing, one person does a thing, and then like all of a sudden it just spirals into like this big ordeal.
Because it's also like not a bullying thing that administration can just go in and like stop. Yeah, I liked how they had to deal with it by literally just talking to everyone. Exactly, because it's not a thing you can pinpoint like one person doing. That's
a big issue with like concepts like the bully box or something. Like you can't necessarily report someone for just like, I don't know, like making a snide comment that you're not even sure like was actually an insult or not, or like you can't report someone for like cheating on my boyfriend. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because there are things that like hurt your feelings, but you can't really tell that and report it. Yeah, because that's something like this administration can't fix a person's character. They can just like leave them alone. But
it's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything. You have to like go in and like get that root problem, and it's a thing that like they showed the girls have to fix, or not even the girls, the people, like the kids have to fix within themselves.
Yeah, they have to like talk it out.
Yeah, and that's how they show healthy expression. And you know, that's why it happens in high school, because people we haven't learned like how to interact with people in like regular settings. This is just our lives, and like because I don't know, we see each other so often, and like
dramatic.
Yeah, we're so dramatic. Everything seems like a big deal to us.
Right, we're so trapped in our own little world.
Yeah, but
the tiniest little thing.
Exactly, and like when you get much older, some stuff like that, it just doesn't matter as much. Yeah. You know? But now, I mean, not to like diminish anyone's like struggles with their friends or anything, because that's like your reality at the time.
But it's not. But it's not something you can like report to a bully box.
Yeah,
it's a lot more complex.
Yeah. But it's nice to know that, you know, relationships will get better as long as you learn now how to deal with them. Yeah. So communicate with your friends, guys. I know, right? If you have a problem, tell them.
And like talk it out.
They can't read your mind.
Don't like start a revenge plot like Cady did to Regina.
Yeah. How do you feel about the concept of the burn book?
A burn book. I think it makes sense in their context of like keeping it closed behind Regina's door and like I don't know, it's just because they're like the mean gossiping girls. So in their world they're like, this is totally justifiable. I can just write whatever I think. And like I don't think any of them realized the consequences. Yeah. Or like what they were actually writing down.
I feel like it's very interesting that it like it's very much akin to the way that people express themselves on social media now. Because essentially what I felt was so Mean Girls had a musical come out. Yeah. And like it was set in the 21st century, like much like in this time period. What I found unrealistic about the movie was that they kept the concept of the burn book rather than having it be like something online. Because I feel like it would have been online but anonymous. Like,
yeah, but then it would have been more public.
Well, I mean, true, but like I don't think when you go to like vent your rage, you do it on like your Finsta or something, you know, like you throw snide remarks like online because you kind of want the people to see it.
Yeah, but like Regina George would be the girl to like comment on someone else's post like, oh, you're so pretty, heart, and then like on her Finsta be like, oh, I hate her. That's her character. Yeah. So she wanted to like be openly like, I'm nice. She's really fake. That's so fake. Her manipulation.
She's plastic.
And so that's her, like the outer edge of like, oh, I like that bracelet. Then she goes home in her burn book like, I hate everyone.
Double-sided. Yeah. That's honestly how high school can be sometimes because everyone's trying to look perfect. Yeah. They're all putting up a front to be like, my life is great, you know? And like even like today with social media, like especially on social media, you can like edit your photos and like everyone presents the best of themselves. And so it's so easy to just like behind, like in the shadows, just kind of like be an entirely different person.
People's Finstas, if you look at that, you're like, who is this person? Why have I never met this person before? Yeah. And honestly, it's so ironic that it's called a fake Insta when it's more real than any real Insta ever.
Oh my gosh, that was deep.
Reverse. Literally. Like a Rinsta? Okay, that's the fakest thing ever.
Yes, Rinsta.
Rinsta. Guys.
Yes. And then there's just small stuff like
does the musical focus a lot more on their social media?
So, it does. It kind of does. Yeah. I watched the bootleg of it.
Oh,
don't arrest me.
But I want to.
No, it's good. It's like the songs are like really good. But and Tina Fey like helped produce it as well. So you know. But no, what happens with like the burn book? Everyone like posts pictures of it and it gets like even bigger, but. I don't know. I feel like with social media, I don't think it would have been resolved as easily.
Yeah, because you can't just like throw it away or get rid of it. It's there forever.
It's there forever. Yeah. Yeah. It's always going to be there in some way, shape, or form, and like that's a lasting damage. Like the burn book, you just throw away the sheets of paper, and like everyone gets to move on. Yeah. But lasting.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember in what's that movie? Oh, no, that one bad Netflix movie. To All the Boys I Loved Before.
It wasn't that bad, yeah.
I put them all in that category. But remember the bullying, air quotes, that happened in that movie?
Yeah.
They posted like that one video.
Yeah.
And then everyone made a really big deal about that. But compare that to the burn book, which is so much worse.
Yeah.
And it's... and
it was just tossed aside so quickly.
Yeah. So if you put the burn book in today's context... That would be real,
would, like, actually explode. I don't know. I feel like whoever posted it would literally get instantly expelled. Like, everybody, like, everyone would get convicted. It wouldn't just kind of, like, be okay, we're going to have an assembly and, like, talk this out. It would have been, like, you are getting punished for this. You need to, like, understand that, like, this is your...
Yeah, that's cyberbullying.
Yes, that's actual cyberbullying, yeah. And it would have been a much bigger deal. And so the musical didn't really... But it's a musical, They just wanted... It was just like, okay, here's this... It's essentially the movie, but in a musical form.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's in the 21st century. Yeah. So much should have changed.
I know. It really should have.
It would have been a lot different.
A lot different, yeah. But, But I guess they kind of... It also kind of went hand in hand with, like, the over-exaggeration because musicals are over-exaggerated most of the time. So they could, make it the way it was.
Yeah, maybe they didn't want to focus too much on the serious side of it.
Yeah.
Cyberbullying.
Yeah. There's no implications, It's just a happy-go-lucky type of thing. Although it does beg the question, like, is that okay? Because, I get that, like, you don't want to make it too serious all the time. But if you present it as like if you present it as a reality, and like obviously you're not taking yourself too seriously, but like people watch these things and they might take this to heart and they might think that this is like an actuality.
Because Cady, all she did was like, I wrote it.
Yeah.
And then completely absolved of everything she did.
Yeah.
Why is her just admitting it?
Gotten expelled.
Yeah, why is her just admitting that she wrote it an apology?
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I feel like they would have worked harder to find out who wrote it. They just kind of like, were like, oh, you know, we're going to investigate the claims, but it doesn't matter who wrote it. You know?
And there was some pretty mean stuff.
Yes. Yeah, very mean. And like, this is kind of school, but like the teacher-student relationship is, that's fun. It's fun.
What category are we on?
Friends still, actually. Oh no, that's more of a...
Oh yeah, when she started like turning against, I guess say Janice, and she'd actually like, she kept talking about Regina George. She's like, why do I keep thinking about her? Yeah. It kind of got like in her head. Yeah. The whole revenge plot.
Yeah, I guess that kind of goes with her personality because, well, this is personality. I have things I want to say, but that's like personality. Oh, Janice. I don't necessarily like she's kind of a mean person, you know, she's kind of a very like intense type of personality. And although like she has like this sense of like, I'm always right, you know, I've gone through some stuff and like I recognize that I'm mean and that makes it okay.
Better.
Yeah. That's the thing that she says like when she's driving in the car and like after Cady's party or whatever, she's saying like, at least Regina George and I know that we're mean, but like you just like you're a mean girl, you're like a, you know. Yeah. But she doesn't like, because you know that you're mean, that's okay.
That's amazing. You know, I don't think she's that mean.
I guess she's honest. She's supposed to be.
She's very honest, and I think Regina George, like, she deserved what was going on. So I'm not mad about that. Yeah. And it, like the friendship she made with Cady, those like it made sense.
Yeah. Okay. Relationships. They were pretty underplayed. I do want to say one thing. Shane Oman, the guy that like Regina George is hooking up with all the time, he's like amazing. Like he sticks with her the entire movie. Like even like when everybody like she loses Aaron Samuels, like nobody likes her anymore. Like everybody thinks she's fat. Bars. He's like hanging out with her and like she's like coming in with her convertible like at like Cady's party. Like it's like I invented her. Like he's like there. He's there for her.
Why did she ended up kissing Aaron though? She doesn't like him, I don't think. Well, she's just using him.
Of course, but like
he's just so there. Sweet. He's just there for the popularity.
No, but she wasn't popular anymore. Towards the end, and he was still there. He was still there for her.
Remember, he was accepting the king.
Yeah. No, he's like obviously he's like a teenage boy, but like he likes her. He's like, I think they're cute. I know. He's stuck with her.
I don't care. Okay. He's just kind of there for Regina to have someone. Because no one would believe that she would be single out of, like, all the people in that school if she's, like, the head.
I know, but, like, there's him. It's always been him. Instead of just, like, random guys, it's, like, him. Nah. Shane Oman is the MVP, okay?
No.
I'm like,
no. What?
Okay. Okay, fine. Whatever. How do you feel, okay, as a general, how do you feel about, like, no dating someone else's ex? Like when
like your friends
yeah.
I don't know.
I've always thought it's kind of like unless it ends badly.
Yeah, if it ends badly,
then maybe not.
But if it's been like 5 years,
but like people still make a big deal out of it. Like even if like it ended like pretty fine and they're still friends, it's like an awkward and thing that you shouldn't. It's a thing that you shouldn't.
I'd always ask like my friend first,
of course,
then depending on that.
Yeah, but people will always like judge you for that kind of.
I know. I don't think it should matter. I think if it's like a week later, then yes, it matters. If it's like a couple months or maybe even a year, it really shouldn't matter.
Yeah. Overall, yeah. Oh, Aaron, like as a general, Aaron and Cady's relationship. Well, obviously, it's like it's there because it kind of has to.
It has to be.
But Aaron is literally just like a plot device.
Yep. He's completely. He's just there to reveal like the flaws in Cady, and then like.
Drop some truth bombs, give a kiss, and then he goes off to college.
Yep. That's true.
But I like that they didn't focus too much on their relationships. Yeah. Like, obviously, like, for plot reasons, like, they kind of had to with, like, the whole Regina and Aaron thing. But, like, it's not like it's not like they had any like brevity or like
they're not like I love you for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
Be with me now.
But that's how teen movies are now.
I know.
Like I feel like they're trying to like say that like obviously teenagers can feel real emotions, and I don't think you should ever discount any emotions that you do feel in your teenage years, but it like you have to look at the relationship itself, not just like the emotions you feel, but like the realisticness.
Yeah, because the teenagers themselves aren't even taking it seriously.
Yeah.
So like they're not even,
and even
like
if
concerned.
you like you shouldn't, you really shouldn't, because things can change and like you want more experience. Don't discount your emotions, but don't take everything to be like the ultimate. Like the ultimate.
You have to find
thing.
that balance.
Yeah.
I think I liked it in this movie. They didn't even like dwell on it too much. It's like, of course she ends up with the guy. Yeah. Like no one was even surprised what happened at the end.
Although it was kind of stupid that she did. Like I feel like he would have been like, okay,
stay
away.
Slightly more mad.
I feel like he would have
a tiny bit more mad. Because
her.
All they had was the speech.
Yeah.
And then what he saw, like, you got a 94 in your test.
Yeah.
Welcome back, nerd.
And that's it. And I guess they're trying to say, like, oh, he liked her for, like, the real her. He did, but, like...
Okay, remember the picture? He was looking at, like, the plastics.
Oh, yeah.
He removes it, and then there's a picture of her with, like, an elephant.
As a child.
Oh, as a child? He was like, I'm into her.
Yeah. No. But it's fine. And
Janice ends up with
Kevin G.
I'm really bad at remembering names, so
it's okay. I feel like
I could imagine the face. And the Indian kid. That's what came to my head.
I love Kevin G. He's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
Like he's not two dimensional, honestly. Like he likes math, but he also likes to rap.
Oh, no, let's not.
And he like, he's
like
a player.
Show?
Oh yeah.
So funny.
That was great.
But I just don't him and Janice.
Oh, I think it would have been better if Janice was a lesbian.
Yeah.
Like it's
prove
like
the haters.
Exactly. It doesn't matter,
Yeah.
But of course they can only have one gay person in this movie. So.
One gay person per movie. They've reached their quota.
Yeah.
But I feel like they would have just been a fling and then they would have broken up in like 2 days.
Oh yeah.
There's no way they're still together.
No.
Kevin
to this
day, a year later, was it at the end? Wasn't it the whole school year later?
Yeah.
No. They wouldn't have lasted.
No. Of course not. They were just...
No. And only Damien was left with no one.
Because
he's gay.
Of course. Yes. Oh my god.
Him and Gretchen ended up just with another clique.
Yeah, but I guess it's a less like
she had no character growth.
True. But like it's like she's not with like anyone who hates her,
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like a friend group like who appreciates her, and like she's like,
I guess we don't really know.
Yeah, true.
She just started speaking in sorry.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, she just started speaking in Mandarin.
I didn't even know, like, I guess it doesn't matter, but like when I first watched the movie I thought that she was like half African American.
Gretchen?
Yeah. Or like either that or like white or just really
actress?
tan.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Like the actress now looks like she looks white. I have no idea.
I think she's really tan.
Yeah, maybe.
And
she just learned Mandarin because like she needed a new clique.
Maybe. She needed a new clique.
But
Duolingo.
I know. Mandarin, let's go. Yes.
And then Karen, she became a weather. I don't know. She's just complete comedic relief.
I love her.
I love her.
In the musical, she gets this song. The sexy Halloween costumes. It's called "Sexy," and it's about like how she loves it. Like I can be who I want to be, but sexy. Aww. I can be who I want to be and hot. Like it's like ownership of like her sexuality and like body and stuff. And so I guess that's a way to look at sexy Halloween costumes. I don't think that's their point though. Most of them are terrible. School? Yeah, I know. No. I could never wear
Karen. She's also like innocent, but in the way that like she's just completely unaware. She's just like has a wall from her in reality. She's like one
of the most confident people in those.
That's true.
Like she has self-confidence.
She literally doesn't care like at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think she's just unaware. She's in her own world.
Yeah. Like when like they had like that joint phone call, she was just like looking in the mirror and like admiring her butt. Like wow, amazing.
Yeah,
we should all.
She's so funny.
She's so funny. I can fit my entire fist in my mouth.
You want to see?
Okay, school.
Cool.
Honestly, homeschoolers are, like, really strange. Like, that's one thing they say at the beginning. Like, it's either, like, you're weirdly religious or, like, really smart. Like, really smart.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more to, like, homeschoolers. Obviously, some of them are just, like, really socially awkward.
Mm-hmm.
But homeschoolers are really weird. I went to, like, this homeschooler's prom with my friend who used to be homeschooled. She's not that weird. But,
Not that weird.
No, she listens to this podcast.
Oh. Can't we're talking right here.
I know. Yeah, and, like, they were really, it was strange. It was really strange. They were all, like, dancing really weirdly, and I was like, do you guys, like, leave your houses ever?
The answer is no.
No. Yeah, but homeschoolers are strange. Obviously not all of them, but, like, as a general.
Yeah, Cady, there was nothing strange about
Yeah.
She wasn't even, I don't think she's that socially awkward.
No,
she got over it.
She just, like, she was more,
just,
like, innocent.
unaware.
Yeah. She didn't know, like, all of the nuances that came with high school. Oh, the way that they talk about Africa in this movie, like, she lived in Africa.
That was, that's funny.
Was that intentional? That was intentional, right?
Yeah. And then, wasn't
so.
it at the very beginning, let's say Tina Fey, she was like, oh, welcome to the African-American student. And Cady was like, it's me.
Yeah. That was great.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I love how there was, like, casually, like, when she was walking to the high school, there was just casually, like, a fire, like, in front of it. Like,
where?
People, like, just set things, like, two guys are, like, setting things on
when?
fire. Like, at the beginning, like, at the very beginning. That would not happen. Like, the school would literally go on lockdown if that happened.
Yeah. Someone would get arrested.
I know, like, how bad is their school? I guess.
I know, right?
Like, what area? Because they never kind of, like, I feel like it's a regular high school.
Yeah.
So, like, it probably would have, obviously, like, if we were in, like, a more, like, you know, at-risk area, that may not be as big of a deal, but, like, I don't think they ever, like, say that.
Yeah, and I like their high school isn't, like, one of those super fancy high schools, and it doesn't look like, it just looks like normal.
That's another thing. The cast is, like, so diverse. Like, there's so many different types of, like, people, like, not just racially, but, like, they all look like regular human beings.
They look like human, and even the school, like, there's some, the Netflix movies, again, their high schools, they look like these, like, amazing private schools that, like, the top 1% goes to.
And, like, there's not that many people there, and, like, everyone cares about these specific things. But this one was, like, it was actual public school.
I know, and it wasn't, like, shiny or neat or anything. It was just, like,
it was a regular
It was normal school. Like, nothing in there seemed like it couldn't be a real school.
Yeah. Although, I guess, why does Regina go there then if she has all that money?
I don't know.
She should be going to a private school.
I don't know.
I mean,
maybe she's probably not smart enough for a private school.
What do you mean? I guess, she's more like street smart type of person.
Yeah, not like academically.
I'm sure she could if she tried, but she just doesn't try.
She doesn't try.
Yep.
Again, the only real teacher that's focused on is the calculus teacher.
Yeah. Oh, it was pretty realistic that, like, she, like, had, like, 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely
3 jobs, and she sponsored, like, the mathletics team.
She doesn't.
Or mathletes?
Mathletes, yeah.
I say mathletes. Mathletes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's realistic.
They don't get paid enough. Teachers do not get paid enough. So, of course, she has to work a job at a bar. Like, this is an educated individual, and, like, they can't get enough money. And it's just bad. America. Yes. Oh, okay. Something, I liked the way that they showed her first day of school. It was pretty realistic. It was very hectic. Although I don't think, do people eat lunch in the bathrooms? That's a thing that's like a thing. I've never seen any. It's disgusting in there.
I know, but once you get desperate,
just go to the library. Literally eat outside. There's like tables. Go to like a corner in the cafeteria. That's a thing. There's like tables, you know. That was obviously like it's satire, but like there's definitely enough tables in the cafeteria.
You know, like that image. It's just like the thing you think of. If someone's alone, they eat in the bathroom.
But that's stupid. We need to break that trope. That's not a thing. And if it was like a while ago. Like, school bathrooms are so gross. I would literally, like, the thought of them makes me not want to eat food. Like,
I just wouldn't.
I could never. But anyway, she had, like, a crazy first day. Like, I remember when I came to public school in 8th grade, like, my first day, like, I cried because it was so intense. Like, I had to, like, change classes, and, like, I lost my schedule the first day, and I didn't know where to go. And, like, I was late to my 5th period, and I just, like, came in, and, like, I had to sit in, like, one of the desks, like, to the side, and, like, I was crying. It was great. But yeah, it was hectic. And, like, the way that she responded and the way that it was pretty
realistic. This is a big public high school with all those kids.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Ooh, something. The health class? That's kind of how it is. Like, the way that they teach only abstinence. And, like, obviously, if you believe, like, in abstinence, personally I do, like, before, like, having, like, not having sex before marriage, like, obviously you should, like, teach your kids that and whatever, but like, in a public high school, realistically, like, you would have less teenage pregnancies if they knew, like, what to do, because, like, they're gonna end up doing it anyway.
I know.
Like,
that's the wrong with sex education in America.
Yeah,
it's
you have
so
to teach
bad.
that,
they don't teach.
Like, okay, like, if you want to, like, abstain, like, go ahead, but, like, here's, like, what you have to do in order to, like, have, like, a healthy body. Yeah. And, like, have healthy relationships.
Here's, like, chlamydia's bad. Let me spell it out. K-L.
Oh my gosh, that was great. I thought it was ironic that, like, he was the one teaching it, like, the Coach Carr, and, like, he was the one having, like, intercourse with the students.
That's
kind of accurate, honestly, which is sad.
It's
that happened in our school.
Bad. Yeah, let's not.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
Oh, there's no dress code in that school.
There's no dress code.
Like, the mini skirts, the cleavage, like, it's nobody.
There's
cares.
nothing.
No.
But the only thing the administration dealt with in that movie was the burn book.
Yeah.
Was the principal, like, dealing with it.
Yeah.
Or, like, he just pulls out a bat to, like, go fight the girls.
Yeah.
It becomes, like, really wild.
Yeah,
like, the whole school reacts in, like,
I guess for the cinematically it kind of made sense because, like, all this mounting tension was just
and I think it was, like...
building, and it was just, like, the climax of the movie. But, like, obviously in real life it wouldn't.
It was, like, early in the movie. Remember when she was, like, the jungle?
Yeah.
I think it was, like, calling back to that. Wow, high school is literally like a jungle.
Exactly, yeah. Kind of is, I guess. It can be scary, you know, if you don't have...
Scary enough. They were, like, punching each other. It was
I'm surprised no one went to the hospital.
I know, right?
They were just all, like, chilling in the gym, like, perfectly fine. Oh, I love that they don't do schoolwork, or, like, they don't have, like, backpacks or anything.
Is that done?
No.
They're, like, recording.
Yeah. What time? It's only 12:30.
It's 1:13.
Oh, it's only 1:13.
Yeah. But yeah, they don't have, like, backpacks. Cady literally walks in one day with, like, a wrist wallet.
I know. Why are they not carrying anything? That makes no sense. There's no backpack there. No. Okay, every time you see the plastics, the shots, they're carrying little purses.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
They don't even care about school.
I guess it's supposed to emphasize that, like, that's not what the movie's talking about, you know?
Yeah, but then Cady herself is so, like, she's supposed to be, like, the really smart person.
Yeah, and she doesn't even, like, take notes or anything.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, and then, like, that Jingle Bell Rock dance at the talent show, they wouldn't be allowed to do that.
No.
Especially if they do it every year.
Yeah, and there's, like, auditions and stuff.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Also, not that many people would go to the talent show.
No one goes to the talent show. What that means?
Like, people's parents. But, like, people's parents. But, like, the entire school was there.
No one, and it's usually on, like, a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
It's, like, the worst. It's like they don't want anyone to go.
Last year, what was it? That one person that sang about, like, toast or something?
That was so funny.
I watched it, like, the video. It was great.
I know. I think someone sent me the video.
Yeah. Same.
And then I just sent it out to everyone. It was so good.
It was great. Yeah.
That's real talent right there.
Oh, okay. Then, like, drawing back to, like, school stuff. So, like, her quizzes, like, when Miss Norbury said, like, all the work is right, but the answers are wrong, she would get points for, like, doing the work correctly.
I know. Honestly, it's just how teachers grade.
True.
What if it was multiple choice?
It wasn't, though.
I don't even know.
I don't think so. Oh, it was accurate, though, that, like, they didn't cancel the dance because they already paid the DJ.
Like, schools are that
broke. Like, they're just that broke that, like, they can't even.
But, like, the DJ and ours is probably someone's, like, dad that, like,
it
goes for, like, $10 an hour.
Yeah. Okay, we can move on to personality because it kind of has to do with the speech and that's the next thing. So, like, again, Cady is, like, she's just the main character. She's the main character. She's just so impressionable to show the effects of peer pressure on a person.
Like, arguably, she's the least, like, interesting
yeah,
person.
But it's just to show that, like, this is how she's such a blank slate because she has to be
the
peer pressure, you know? She has to be the type of person that, like, is so easily influenced in order to show, like, how deep peer pressure can go.
Yeah.
However, I did see that's one of the weaknesses of the musical, because Cady's biggest, like, personality trait is that she's Lindsey Lohan. Like, people cared about her because she's, like, this big star at the time. In the musical, like, it doesn't matter. She's just, like, this, you know, pretty boring character, and, like, she's singing most of the songs, and you're just kind of like, why are we following her life and not, like, someone like Regina George? Like, everyone else kind of carries the movie, but because she's Lindsay Lohan,
the star power,
exactly,
makes you want to watch it. Yeah, and also when she began intentionally failing her tests just to get Aaron to like her.
See, that's
like, why are you doing this to yourself?
I know.
You're better than this.
I know.
Stop it. But that's, again, part of her character.
Yeah.
She also can be manipulative, I think.
A little bit, because she learned.
She's the one who manipulated Regina George.
True. But because she, like, was... She was kind of taught it by Regina and Janice, you know? Like, the way that, like, she was influenced by Regina and Janice to, like, act that way.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a lot of manipulation and, like, characters trying to influence other things. Because, like, she's trying to get Aaron to like her, but then Janice is trying to get Janice is trying to get Cady to get in with Regina.
And Regina's trying to, like, manipulate Aaron to get back at Cady for no reason.
Yeah.
Just for the chaos.
Because she's like, no, that's my ex.
Yeah.
And then didn't also Cady manipulate Gretchen to get secret information about Regina?
Yeah.
It's a whole web.
Yep. And that's kind of why everything that happens, like, you know, the speech at the end, like, at the spring fling, as opposed to, like, something like Tall Girl, it felt more earned.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just about, she wasn't talking about herself. She was talking about the school. She was, like, talking about, like, this is kind of stupid. Like, guys, we need to kind of stop.
Yeah.
And it was a good metaphor. It was a really good metaphor. The crown, like, plastic. Yeah, it was like, it's all just plastic. Like, it has to shatter. And, like, you have to, like, I don't know, like, share. Like, we shouldn't just have this one group that's, like, the popular group. Right. Everyone has to, like, coexist with each other.
Yeah, and you can tell she really changed at the end.
Yeah.
Like, she learned her lesson.
She did.
She learned, like, what was important in her life.
She did.
And it wasn't about, like, being voted spring fling queen. Yes. It was about, like, being, like, nice to each other.
Yeah.
Like, she was so sincere, like, complimenting everyone.
She was.
And she actually, like, you could tell she forgave Regina George.
She did.
Regina George, I guess, forgave her back.
Yeah, because she gave her, like, a nod at the end.
Yeah, and, like, the principal, that was funny. He was like, most people don't give speeches.
Yeah.
You can just walk off the stage.
Exactly. He wouldn't, like in Tall Girl, he wouldn't just, like, give the microphone
willingly
away.
do that.
She just kind of took it and, like, took over. And, like...
Yeah.
And because people weren't booing her off the stage, you kind of...
I know. And the thing, everyone in the school knew who she was, too.
True.
Because she was, like...
Well, okay, it kind of makes sense because she, like, supposedly pushed someone in front of a bus.
Exactly. But then in Tall Girl...
No, but
no one knows who she was.
Just because she's the tall girl doesn't mean that everybody like, cares.
Right? And she just kept talking about herself.
Yeah.
That she found confidence in herself.
So, like, wow. Like, if I were someone in the crowd, I'd be like, wow, I really care about your problems. Like, great for you.
Right? Like, she just walked up there in a suit and high heels and thought that all of a sudden she mattered.
Yeah. Literally. That's just self-centeredness.
That's literally the opposite. Cady walks in her, like, mathlete, like, ratty, like, jacket thing. Everyone else is dressed up. Yeah. She was, like, being true to herself. Yeah. And wasn't trying to, like, dress up for, like, the sake of the dance or anything.
Yeah. Wow. This is why Mean Girls, and this is why every movie is better than Tall Girl.
That's why that speech worked, and in Tall Girl it didn't.
Yeah. And, like, it didn't feel like, there was no reason, like, it's not like there had been some big revelation or like there was mounting like pressure
or like a school-wide
issue. It was just kind of like she looked in the
within
mirror.
herself.
Yeah, and
she looked in the mirror,
and then she was okay to do that. But like Mean Girls, it was just the salve on the giant wound that was like the school issue.
The whole school.
It was satisfying. It was a complete circle. You know. Yeah. Okay. Culture. Early 2000s fashion. Oh my gosh. They like hit it on the nose.
I think I watched this. I think the what's the costume designer herself? She did this. She like broke down some of the scenes and like she went so in detail with every single costume choice.
Really?
It was great. Even in the very beginning when like Cady gets invited to sit at Regina George's table.
Yeah.
She has like this like suit kind of thing. And it's like puffed up collars and everything. The fashion designer's like, that was like an intentional choice because Regina's like the head of the table and it made her look like more strong.
Yeah,
and like in like a more masculine way. While like Gretchen and Karen, they have like more feminine, soft like sweaters on. And they're not like the ones in power.
Yeah.
And then Katie's just like some random flannel shirt on that's like not tucked in and these like baggy jeans and like everything was so intentional.
Oh, and the way that like Katie's clothes are formless at the beginning because like she doesn't necessarily have like a personality yet. Yeah. And like she's just kind of like like she's not defined by any particular thing. Her costume, like the way that her hair and like makeup and everything like shifts, it's like a slow progression and you barely notice it until at the end you're like, wait, why is she wearing eyeshadow? Like, wait, why is her cleavage
like all like nice?
Yeah, and like she's wearing like mini skirts and stuff and like
in the beginning it's just like ponytail and like that African bracelet. And then remember the baggy pink shirt? Yeah, exactly. Like she would not have done that after she changed.
Oh no. And then at the end, like it's kind of like a happy medium between the two. You know, like she's more within herself, but she doesn't have to like dress. Exactly, yeah.
And, like try too hard.
Yeah. But yeah, they did the Regina's obsession with weight was also pretty accurate because that was like an early 2000s thing to be like really, 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 really skinny. And
then she's just sitting there eating like a loaf of bread. She was like on a carbs only diet.
Yeah. Or the cranberry like juice or like the cheese fries thing. Like yeah.
Okay.
Also, I think it was really cruel. It was honestly like really like messing with someone's body. Like that's so invasive. Like the way like the calcium bar thing. Like that's especially someone who like is kind of obsessed with it and like clearly it's a self-esteem type of thing.
That's
and,
what they're doing though. Aiming at her self-esteem.
But that's so cruel.
No, it's really just bad. A couple of pounds. It wasn't like
I know, but like
I don't think that was.
It's a big deal to her. You know?
That's why they attacked her for it. That's like, exactly. See, you're lining up her.
I know, plan. But like if someone did it to me, like I would. Oh gosh, that's just so bad.
It's just really a couple of. I don't know. They were just attacking. They were like, wasn't her looks, her boyfriend, and her friends. Those weren't they the three things?
Yeah.
So once they attacked but then Regina George was completely fine at the end.
Yeah.
So I was like, the only thing that broke her, like completely, was the Caltine bar.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it was such a big deal. Because like, even though it may be a couple pounds, it's invasive to her because like she's been struggling with this like clearly. And even if it's like little, it's kind of like, you know, little jokes. Like I know, but like she's kind of like it's presented as like a comedic thing. Like, oh, haha, she's like on this new diet, but like clearly she cares, or else she wouldn't be.
Much.
I know, but like that's like. You can't attack someone at their weakest point.
That's the whole point of their plan.
Yeah, but it's cruel.
That's like, the whole point of the movie.
I know, but like it's bad.
I don't
think they shouldn't have done it.
No, it's not. It's not like they're gonna kill someone. Like that's
I know,
like.
But it's like hurting her.
Just a couple of pounds.
It's hurting her though.
I don't think it's even hurting her. It's just like.
But that's what like that was like the thing that made her. Like,
no, but like physically.
I know, but like mentally.
Well, yeah, that's the point. That's completely the point.
I know, but that doesn't make it right.
It doesn't make it wrong because she's so mean. She's an awful person. She deserves that.
No.
Yes.
I don't know.
It took her that long to like realize what she was doing was messed up.
Yeah, I guess.
I think
it's so.
Okay, but like she's like fine. It's not like in no long-term damage whatsoever. True. It happened. She cared for like 1 second.
Yeah.
And then she was fine.
Yeah, I guess. But
it damaged her self-esteem for maybe like 3 weeks when she had to wear like sweatpants like once. And then like you get like laughed at by the whole cafeteria. But think of what she's done to all the other people. True. She's done so much worse things.
Right. I don't really believe in reciprocation.
I think by the end of the movie that was the message. It was like stop reciprocating to each other. Just like let it go.
Yeah.
So I think everyone learned the lesson at the end.
Yeah. Oh, and then I just, I love the flip phones. Or, like, not even they had flip phones. They had, like, the house phones and then, like, the three-way, like,
the
call
four-way
attack.
calls. And then she'd have to, like, Karen was in charge of the whole.
Yeah.
She had to like end this, and
Yeah.
then like she's being a bitch. And I'm like, what? Like, wrong person.
I love it. I love it. So 2000s.
It's so good.
It's great.
Mm-hmm. I think the culture is mostly through their clothes.
Yeah. The phone thing.
The phones.
And, you know, they're slang a little bit.
Yeah. Gruel.
Gruel. Well, that was like the beginning.
Yeah.
Of the, yeah.
Great.
Gruel, yes.
Yeah. I mean, what else happened in the 2000s?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
Ashton Kutcher, they talked about him.
They did?
Like once, yeah. And then, yeah. And obviously the music was like, you know, 2000s. I guess that's it. Oh, Lindsey Lohan was the thing of the 2000s.
Yeah.
that's the thing that dates the movie the most. Lindsey Lohan.
Lindsey Lohan? I know, right?
Oh my gosh. What happened to her? She was a really good actress. Like from childhood. Then Hollywood just messed her up.
Messed her up. That's what happened to these child actors, man.
Yeah.
They get messed up.
Yeah. And then they do cocaine. It's great. So yeah, that's the movie. I don't think overall I think it has a good message, you know.
Yeah.
It's like don't take high school too seriously.
Yeah.
Don't let don't let your popularity or like your wish to like be liked rule everything in your life and like compromise your relationships with people.
And this movie, unlike so many teen movies, actually has a message. True. Which is so refreshing.
Yeah,
it's
nice. And it's interesting that like it happened like a while ago and it still applies today.
It definitely still applies today. Yeah. Even more so with like internet culture and like, being anonymous online.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. Yep. So